Hello! Welcome to my world, welcome to my workshop. Here we are with a small brooch, and what's a book hinge, little book hinge and a pin, look, nickel pin. So I've just put this arbitrary piece of wire through just to see the action and so on. This is coming off because I'm going to show you how to solder on the other part of your brooch, what's called the brooch finding. And this is the little safety catch. I am not a great fan because they can fall apart. They're not what they used to be, I'm afraid. You get these from any of your bullion dealers, the hinge and the catch. It's a revolver catch with two lugs, and it's going to be soldered on here. Make sure when you put your brooch, what they call furniture, on your hinge and your catch, that you put it somewhere sensible so that the brooch hangs right. Don't put it in the middle because the weight of the brooch can flop forward. That's not cool. Make it a joy to wear. So think about things. The catch is going to go on here, look. So how you solder that on, and not to solder the workings solid, because this little piece, of course, revolves. That's the whole point of it. So it's a safety catch. So the first thing I'm going to do is to just take the flat needle file across the base, which is the part that's going to be soldered onto the back of your brooch. So flat, smoothish needle file, simple, tip to handle, tip to handle, tip to handle. Don't scrub. If you scrub at things as if you're filing nails, they'll end up rounded. Tip to handle. Be conscious of what you're doing. Tip to handle. And then I'm going to borax that. It's so tiny, so it's kind of hard to get it all in focus and stuff. I've got an old-fashioned video camera here. So look, that's going to go on there. See. Yeah? And you're going to have to line it up. And if you want to put a pencil mark on, you can do. Now, I'm going to take the pin out for obvious reasons. We don't want the pin in there at the moment, so I'm going to just put that to one side. Take this little wire out. Take the pin off. There's a close-up of your pin. See? It's got to line up in the holes of the hinge. As soon as things become articulated, you get into other problems. So, you know, you've got to stay with it, guys. Don't lose it. Now, I've got a pre-prepared piece of solder. It's a wee bit hard solder. That's okay. I'm just going to stand up and eyeball it and make sure it's in the right place. And the other thing is, well, my pin's too long anyway, so I'll be cutting it to optimum length. So I don't want to set this revolver catch right on the outside edge. I want to set it at 1/8 of an inch in, you know, so it's got some pins sticking through. You don't want it to have the catch right over the end of your pin. So I'm thinking there. Now, I drop solder these, which is I touch down. You see, I'm going to touch down when it's molten. So I'll get my torch. Hope it's got gas in it. Lights out. Let's see. Again, heating from a distance just to until your borax bubbles white, which is when it's doing its job. There it goes. Now I'm going to heat the job. Don't be shy to heat the job. You got to warm the whole job, otherwise the cold material's going to be stealing heat the whole time. And I'm going to then heat my little ball joint. I'm holding it by the lug. By the lugs. Alexis. And there it goes. Yeah. at that. Yeah, so there's your little revolver catch on there. Quench. See? There's your little revolver catch. There. See? There's your revolver catch. So, this will go in the acid, pickle it, clean it. And I will fit the rivet as well, and I'll show you how to do that. This is just a piece of wire that happens to fit, so I'm just popping it in for the moment to give you the idea, yeah? And you want it to be sprung, you know, so it's under pressure. So you have to file away a wee bit of this lug on there, and then I'll be clipping and filing that point, yeah? And just bending it so it all works, yeah? So I'll do that now, show you how to do that. This is all going to be on camera. And then I'm going to, I'd normally be working on my, here, so that's going to show up for you guys. Putting a point on it. It's a nickel pin, so it's good and strong. Getting a silver pin to be strong enough for a brooch pin really isn't easy. It's just too malleable, so nickel's good. Steel. Victorians used to use steel. Now, as you know from other brooches that I've got videos of, I use a little wire hook normally because I prefer that actually, but I know this, you know, it's a commercial finding, this this revolver catch, and a lot of people use them. Look, so there's your safety on, see now, and the next thing would be to rivet on. Now what's going in here is a nice piece of apophyllite. This is apophyllite, beautiful little stone. It's one of my favourite. And that's going to fit in there and be set. So, I think it goes that way. No, it goes that way, that's it. That's right. See that? Nice, eh? So, I'll show you it when it's cleaned up, and I'll show you the riveting pin. So, hope you're seeing this. There's your safety catch, see? This is the little thing that can get lost, this little bugger, because it's only sandwiched between, so, you know. But hey, there you go. Hope that's a good video, and it helps. Keep on jeweling. Don't give up. Bye-bye.